Hello, everyone. My name is Alex Finden, and I am the Chief of Operations here at Mammalz. It has been an absolutely wild ride through this WeFunder campaign. We definitely hit some unexpected twists and turns, as you can all imagine. But we're coming down to the end here. So we wanted to update you from each department in the company on the progress that we've made thanks to your investments since February. There has been a lot of progress, so we're going to try to summarize it in a series of videos where we will tell you what progress we've made and where we are going. So as you might be able to tell, I have a lot more hair now than I did at the start of the pandemic. And that's not the only thing that has changed because of COVID. Our entire team had to leave our workspace, which we are no longer renting, reduced overhead, and we have transitioned over to a fully remote work environment using tools like Slack and Trello to organize our day-to-day operations. That transition has gone extraordinarily smooth. I mean, I cannot be more grateful for how effective and good spirited our whole team has been. Everybody has been able to stay on throughout the duration of the pandemic. We also added two new team members, which are our developers that we onshored. Our team used to be offshore and we had some trouble working with them. And this new team has been able to help us make the improvements that were critical for us prior to doing our soft launch in April. Among those improvements were a completely new onboarding experience and a totally new content ingestion and delivery system. We actually partnered with a company called Mux that has a really top of the line content ingestion and delivery speeds for watching videos and live streams. The result of that integration is that we now have 900% less crashes due to video streaming, and we have an average of 27% more engagement per video. Not only did that partnership with Mux increase our viewing engagement, but it decreased our data expenses due to how efficiently data is delivered to our viewers. To further reduce data expenses, we partnered with AWS to reduce our data expenses by about $100,000 in credits. So far throughout the pandemic after launch, we haven't had to pay a single data bill, which has freed up a ton of funds from your investments to let us work on other projects and increase our runway dramatically. One of those new projects we've been able to expedite is the first version of our creator partnerships program, which has allowed us to partner interested nature content creators with the Mammalz community and ensure that new content is being generated every single day. That has really improved our user retention on the platform and has shown us what nature content creators really need in a space like this, giving us insight into what improvements we need to make in the future to drive further user engagement and tell stories in a new way. Now that we have a much more accurate idea of which direction Mammalz is headed and which projects we need to prioritize, we need your help again to help us get there. From an operations perspective, we know that we need to continue growing our tech team with local San Diego talent. The more technical team members we have, the faster we can move when we start integrating new improvements for our creators, for engagement with our community, and most importantly, for our monetization tools. We would also like to add additional talent to our creator partnerships management team so that we can, one, take some weight off of the specialists of our internal team, and two, add additional expertise that will help our creators navigate some of these new content styles, such as outdoor IRL live streaming. You may not be familiar with what any of that means, but I can assure you that this type of content has been proven through our tests over the last 5 months to be some of the most engaging content on Mammalz and have the highest potential for tipping monetization, which is going to be our primary source of revenue with this first revenue model. We will go into a lot more detail about IRL live streaming and some of the last updates that we do, alongside some of the experts that are already in this field. I'd also like to note the importance of us learning how well we work remotely during this pandemic. As we continue growing our teams into the future, we will continue to use a hybrid approach between in-person and remote working to ensure that we have good company culture and we all get along and have great relationships with each other, but that we can be flexible and keep our overhead expenses low. To those of you who have already invested in Mammalz on WeFunder, thank you. We genuinely could not have made the progress that we made if it weren't for your belief in us. And to those of you just learning about mammals or considering making a new investment, I urge you to follow us on WeFunder so that the rest of my team can inspire you to do so. Help us take mammals to the next level and reinvent the way the world experiences nature.